Children, welcome to the fifth part of this chapter. So we have gone through all the topics and we have seen how food is important to us, what are the different nutrients that we get from eating the food, how that nutrient is digested in our body, and how different nutrients helps us to do different things, right? So then what does food mean to us, right? Food is a very important and valuable thing for us, right? Because we all know that we cannot live without food for a longer time. So when it is so much valuable, we need to preserve it, right? So this part we will be seeing how and what are different ways that food is being preserved, or can we preserve food by using different ways. So let us see now how food gets spoiled. So we all know that, right? If we keep food exposed, if we do not cover it, right, we all know that food will get spoiled. So children, let us see now, let us move on. So if food is not preserved, children, we know that it gets spoiled and we throw it out, right? Especially when there is, we see it in functions where lot of food is prepared. Sometimes it is thrown out, and what happens, that creates lot of garbage. So if food is not preserved, definitely children, it gets spoiled. We all know that, right? If imagine there is dosa prepared in your home, right? Will you eat the same dosa after 3 days? No, right? It is not possible, because we all know that, right? It is spoiled now. We can't eat it. So there are certain foods which can be kept for a longer time, and there are some food that has to be consumed within a time limit. So let us see what are those. So what are the main reasons that food gets spoiled? So first and foremost thing is pests, right? What are pests? Pests are insects and rodents, right? As you can see, so these are all insects and these are called as rodents. Right? Insects and rodents. These are one of the main reason that food gets spoiled, because they are things that spoil most of the food in our homes or in godowns or in places where food is stored, right? Cockroach is a very common thing that we see in our home, right? So that's why we use anti-insect sprays like HIT and other things, and even rats. Very common rodents are very common pests. So most of the time right now we are sanitizing our hands, right, with sanitizer. In the same way we have to sanitize our homes now and then, because if we don't do that, if we don't clean our home, especially our kitchen where most of the food items are kept, or our storerooms where food is prepared, what happens? Environment becomes dirty. Fine. So if the things or if the surroundings become dirty, then it is a good environment for these pests to grow. So regularly children, we have to clean or keep our homes clean. Fine children. So pests are one of the main reasons why our food gets spoiled. And if we don't keep our food clean, or if we don't eat healthy food, so healthy means not only that it should contain good nutrients, it should be clean, right? It should be healthy, it should be these pests free, because many diseases that we get are mainly due to these pests. And the other way the food gets spoiled is these microbes, right? Like bacteria, mold, yeast are chief causes of food spoilage. If the food is kept open without proper preserving, then obviously it gets spoiled, it gets fungus, right? Not preserved, or if you keep a food for a long time, a foul smell, bad smell starts to come from it, right? That means that the food has spoiled. So why is that children? That is due to action of these microbes. So in that mainly bacteria, mold and yeast are the main things. Like that there are many things, but these are some of the main things why our food gets spoiled. So the main purpose why food gets spoiled is that if we do not preserve them in a proper way, if we do not preserve the food in a proper way, they get spoiled, children. As you can see what are these? These are apples. The picture that you see, it's apple. As you can see, apples are not like this, right? What has happened? Due to not preserving them properly, they are getting spoiled. They are almost spoiled. We can't eat that. Even the taste has changed, and the smell of those spoiled food or vegetables or fruits also gets changed, children. So from foods like nuts and grains can be stored for a long time without spoilage. Okay, you can have doubt. Sir, just now you told that food gets spoiled if not maintained properly. Why not nuts? See children, why? The reason is these are all dry foods, children. Means the quantity of water or the water content in these foods are less. So any food that has a less content of water in them, so they do not get spoiled early. They do not get spoiled early. In that so many things comes, like your nuts, dry coconut, right? And you can go on imagining many things, right? In the next see all these grains, children, right? You have so many grains in that. See, dry maize, right? Corn will not get spoiled, but if you get a fresh corn and if you keep it outside, it will get spoiled. Rice, so many grains you can see there. Why? Because they don't have water content in, or even they have, that is so less that it will not get spoiled. So grains, nuts and other things which are dry, right, can be preserved for a longer time. So all these things you can remember. See, dry waste, dry foods can be preserved, whereas wet foods get spoiled. So these are some of the things we need to remember. Again, bread. I think everyone, if you might have eaten bread, even bread also, if you do not preserve it properly, what will happen? Right? They get spoiled quickly. See, bread, if you keep bread for a longer time, you can see black formation on the surface. Again, that is the action of yeast. Yeast anta ಒಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, right? It's bacteria. So that spoils the food, right? Changes the taste, and even if you eat that spoiled food, it will definitely harm your health. So always, children, if the food is getting spoiled, do not touch that food. It will affect you. You may have food poisoning, continuous vomits, or sometimes stomach upset. So it will again become a long process, right? So don't eat food that has spoiled. So bread is one among the things which has to be consumed quickly. As soon as, normally when you go to bakery, what will you ask? Get me a bread which is fresh. Will you go and ask, give me a bread which is a 1 month old? No one will ask. Why? Because this gets spoiled. In the same way, milk also. Every day morning you go and fetch the milk. Maybe you will get directly from cow's milk, or you will get packed milks. So that milk, normally what you do, you as soon as you get it, you first boil it. Then maybe you will have a cup of milk. Your father, mother, or anyone who may have coffee, tea, other things. But normally what happens, at the end of the day, the milk is over. And whatever milk is left, normally what it is done, it is being converted into curd. Right? So this is how, why we do that, because the life of the milk is very short. It gets spoiled quickly. And next thing, what is this process where we keep the food, or we keep the food fresh? So the process of treating food in a way that preserves its value for a long time is called as preservation. Right? We call it as preservation. Very important to remember. There are many new words that you are learning. Preservation. What is preserve? Preserve means, what we can tell in simple words, taking care of something for a longer time. Right? So there are different methods. Normally if you keep food without worrying about it, it will get spoiled. When you think you want to preserve it, there are methods that can be followed to preserve the food, children. So see, food can be preserved at home by taking some steps or following some methods. Let us see what are they. These are all green leafy vegetables, as you can see. Say methi, pudina, coriander, cauliflower, amla, raw mango. Raw mango means green mango, children, not fruit. Green mango, which is not yet become fruit yet, are some vegetables that can be preserved by drying them in sun. See, now we have refrigerators or fridge in our home, but in olden days there were no fridges, children. So you can ask your grandma or any person, those are aged now. So at your time fridge was not there. How you used to preserve things? So they used to do two things, children. Either they used to buy fresh, right? Because most of them earlier, the main most of them were farmers, or they had their own, they had a very big area where they were grown their own vegetables. I have seen my great grandmother, yes, there's a very big area, so whatever they needed, they were all farmers, so they used to grow the things which they want in their home for food and all. So how they used to preserve for a longer time? So normally they used to get fresh and eat fresh things, so that keeps you very healthy. Eating fresh things, children, will always keep you healthy. But if you want to preserve them, how they used to preserve these green leafy vegetables, right now we have refrigerators, we get it once a week, we keep it there. But earlier days, what they used to do, they used to dry them in the sun. So they used to take these leafy vegetables, like see there, methi means methi, pudina, coriander, cauliflower, amla, raw mango. They used to keep them in sun, as you can see. So what sun used to do, the sun heat, as I told you, sun gives us two things. One is light and another one is heat energy. So things used to dry up. As I told, when it is dry, it doesn't spoil early. So then whatever they want, they used to, if they want to put the coriander in the food, they used to put dry coriander leaves, dry methi leaves, right? Dry pudina leaves. Flavor, yes, little bit flavor changes because fresh is always fresh, but things used to get preserved. Now we have a refrigerator, right? Maybe from last some 15 to 20 years, the refrigerator has changed the way we preserve the food. So what the main thing refrigerator does, in refrigerator, what is the difference between a refrigerator and the normal room, right? The temperature in your fridge will be always less. So if the temperature is less, children, first thing, all those microbes that we discussed now, yeast, bacteria and all, they do not prosper there. What we can say, their activity is very low, and low temperature always decreases the spoilage of whatever you keep in that, not only food, right? Even how is milk transported, right? Milk is not transported locally, especially this Nandini milk. There are so many different companies of milk, right? So they come in a truck. What happens, that you know, that truck is all refrigerated truck, children. So what they do there, they keep the temperature very low so that the milk doesn't get spoiled, and later on when it comes to a point, they pack it and they sell it. Normally every day milk is sold and next day fresh load comes, like that. So even in the refrigerator, as you can see in this refrigerator, so many things are kept. See, fruits and vegetables, then you can see that in the bottom they have kept fruits and vegetables, right? Then here maybe cheese, some different types of vegetables, they have cut the vegetables, cheese, all those things. So different compartments are provided. As you can see, there is a cake, maybe a ice cake or pastry, whatever it is. So refrigerators, as the temperature is very low inside the refrigerator, it delays the spoiling of food will get spoiled even if you keep in refrigerator. Normally if a food is kept outside for 2 days, it gets spoiled. If you keep it inside a refrigerator, it will spoil maybe after some days more than keeping it outside because of change in temperature. Okay, so another simple or another best way of preserving food is by adding salt. Especially this is very common when we see pickles, right? So even in some houses still now they prepare your pickles for whole year, especially in the season of mango season comes now. We have seen they make a very large 20-25 mangoes, they cut, they mix all the masalas that are divided, they put lot of salt and oil, right? See, salt gives us good taste, that is the one thing, and salt even acts as preservative. You can see that. What is preservative? Preservative is a thing that helps us to stop the spoiling of the food. So that we do it in what? Pickles. There are 100 different types of pickles. Normally most famous pickle that everyone eats is mango. We can even say lemon pickles we eat, and in different houses we see different types of pickles. So the most famous pickle that we all know is mango pickles, right? So what is a preservative, children? A substance that is added to food to make it last long is called as preservative. That is the definition of preservative, children. So next thing, if the amount of salt in the pickle is less, it gets spoiled early, right? Especially those who make pickles, they have a very good idea how much salt to be added, right? So exact quantity of the salt, if added in a proper quantity, we can keep pickles for a very long time. Yes, there will be a minute change in the taste, but thing is the pickle will not get spoiled. Next, that was about salt. Now we'll come to sugar. See, we buy jams, right? There are many jams available. So even jam can be kept for a very long time. Why? Because again there, sugar acts as a preservative. So where do we get sugar? Jams, jellies, murabbas. Murabbas are nothing but just like jam. Those people have ate murabbas, they know. You can ask in your homes what are murabbas. And squashes. So these are some of the very dishes. See, many people eat jams with bread. Some people eat with chapatis, rotis, rolls. There are different things where we use all these things. You can even eat them directly. But how is that jam? You get a jam to your home, a bottle of jam. You go on using it for a long time. Even though you do not keep it in fridge, it will not get spoiled. Why? Because their quantity of sugar used in that jam is very high. So that helps in preserving the jam. Right? So these are all, you can see jellies, murabbas, squashes. So they have presented it beautifully here. Fine. Next comes is, these are what? Juices, different kinds of squash. But what is squash? So see, squash are the, what we can say, thick juice solutions. So normally we use this especially in summer season where we need to drink lot of water. So what we do, we go for different kinds of juices like mango juice, pineapple, strawberry. We get different types of flavors. So what we do, we put a very small quantity of this into a glass, then we add water to that, right? And why doesn't this get spoiled? Because again, right, so this solution or this liquid what we have in this is having so much high quantity of sugar that it doesn't get spoiled. So like this, salt can also act as a preservative, and in the same way sugar for some things can also act as preservative. Now let us come to milk. How can milk be preserved? Pasteurization, children, very important. So milk that you can see in the packets that will come to you in the morning to your home. If you get a packet milk, they'll be written pasteurized, double toned, single toned. in that packet, if you read that packet, it will be written, so don't forget to read it 100%. So pasteurization is a process where milk is heated first and suddenly it is cooled. So the milk that is collected, first it is heated, right, maybe boiled, then suddenly it is cooled. So due to that sudden change in temperature, all the harmful bacteria or microbes present in the milk will die. So that process is called as pasteurization. Right, now the new thing also has come, we call it as Tetra Pak. Right, Tetra Pak. Right, Tetra Pak milk is available. If you go to More and some this thing, you get Tetra Pak, especially juices like real fruit juices, Tropicana. What are those kind of boxes? They are Tetra Pak, 6 layer of packing. So what you do, you even milk is also available in Tetra Pak now, children. That milk doesn't get spoiled so early, because see, even the milk that we get in a packet doesn't get spoiled, because it is passed through a process called as pasteurization. So in order to increase the life of milk, we can go for pasteurization if you want to store it for a longer time. Right, so finally at the end of the chapter, a small roundup. So food helps us to grow, give energy and keeps us healthy. So it is a rich source of carbohydrates, right? It is a rich source of carbohydrates, fats and different energy giving foods. So different things, food which are rich in proteins help in bodybuilding, right? Vitamins, minerals are protective foods. So process of breaking down food into simpler substances which the body can use is called as digestion. Cooking makes food soft, tasty and easily digestible. And the process of treating food in a way that preserves its value for a long time is called as preservation, children. So this is the end of a very big chapter. So hope you go through the video, understand, read the notes, learn the answer. So next we'll start with a new chapter and I'll be sending you the new video. Thank you for seeing the video, children.